Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, to another vlog. I have noticed that I start the vlogs always just saying, hello and then telling you what I'm gonna do, but I haven't introduced myself in quite a while, so I thought this is the perfect opportunity to do that. My name is Danny, it's Daniela, but I like going by Danny. I'm 33 years old. I am from Chile and I live in Canada. It's going to be 10 years now in December. And I love everything knitting, crochet, sewing, and pretty much all crafty stuff. My main business, I would say, is knitting and crochet patterns. Sewing and all the other stuff is more like a hobby, but I'm also selling now some sewing items. I haven't quite dive into sewing patterns yet. I don't think I'm gonna do that anytime soon, but I am not close to that possibility. I have two little babies. One is 5 years old, just turned 5, and then my 3-year-old. And what else? My main, this channel, it was mainly for knitting and crochet tutorials, which it still is. I don't want people to think that I started vlogging and then I will never do patterns again. That's not the, tutorials again. That's not the case. I just haven't had the chance with the patterns that I have done to make a video tutorial. But now I will start again because the things that I'm doing now do have that possibility of a video tutorial. There are a lot of things that goes into the reason as to why I make a tutorial or why not. So yeah, welcome to my channel. In today's vlog, we're gonna have like a cozy vlog where it's gonna be more like a crochet and yap video, which is so fun, so exciting. It's funny because you guys have no idea how many times I cut so many parts of a vlog because I'm just talking so much, I'm just yapping so much that I am like, I just need to cut this out because I am just talking so much. Nobody's gonna want to listen to all the stuff that I'm saying. But it's my channel at the end of the day, so I feel like if I want to yap with you guys, we're gonna do that. The first thing is to show you what I'm currently working on. So I have 3 projects that need to be out, but I need to send the pattern to Lion Brand within the next couple of weeks. So I basically have 2 weeks to finish these patterns and then an extra week before the release date to do the tutorials, which I'm gonna do. But I wanted to show you because last vlog I left a little sneak peek when I was crocheting at the beginning of the vlog, and now I can show you in more details the yarn I'm using, the colors and all of that because it's a very fun project. Let's do that. One thing though that I did purchase in this past week is this new water bottle. This one is the Owala Free Sip Sway, I think it's called. I always try to convince myself that I need a new water bottle in order to drink more water, and I have a very big collection of water bottles, and I always think that if I have a nicer water bottle, I will drink more water. Like, I think that's just a lie I tell to myself to don't feel bad for spending money on these kind of bottles, but your girl gotta do what I gotta do to drink more water, right? Okay, let me show you the pattern that I have been working on these past couple of days, this past week, I would say, or maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. Okay, so here is the blanket that I have been working on lately. I still don't have a name for it, so I would really appreciate some pattern name suggestions. I am obsessed with this blanket. It kind of gives the vibe of the Riverbed blanket, which is, if you haven't seen the Riverbed blanket, I'll leave a picture here. It kind of gives the vibe of that blanket, but that's intentional. That's what I wanted to do, or I wanted to achieve, was a similar look, because that blanket it's still to this day very popular. A lot of people like it. I feel like it's because the colors look so nice together, but also the stitches, and it's just a fun project to work on. I feel like whenever you get the chance to combine so many colors together and just make it your own, it's really fun. And I also feel like whenever you're changing stitches, like constantly changing stitches and colors, makes the project go by so much faster, because you are like constantly trying to get to the next color, to the next row. And I don't know, it's just, to me, it's a lot more fun than just like a one solid color project. But anyways, this is the blanket. Let me just grab it so it's, you guys can see. It's a very nice and colorful blanket. I have this much done. I can't show you, but I feel like I'm a little bit more than halfway done, which is great because I need to finish it this week. Like, I have to finish it this week. And it's so cozy. I absolutely love it. It uses 2 different stitches. So the Riverbed uses, I think they were 4 rows of different stitches, like different stitch combinations. This one is only 2 rows of different stitches. One has half double crochets and chains, and the other ones is double crochet clusters and chains. So it makes it really nice. And yeah, so the yarn I'm using is the Color Theory. It is a category 4 worsted weight, which is also the reason why I feel like some blankets are popular, because the worsted weight yarn, it's the most accessible yarn. I feel like anywhere in the world you can find worsted weight. So and so many brands, like pretty much every brand has worsted weight yarn, so I feel like that's why it's also really good. But I am using, I'm gonna leave in here the names that I'm using, the colors, in case you want to get ready to make the same blanket, the same color scheme as me. I'm using Bone, Bee Pollen, Peacock, Canyon, and Ivory. Those are the 5 colors that I'm using for this blanket. And if you want to make this blanket and use a different color combination, if you want to add or have less colors, my main suggestion for you is to have an uneven or an odd number of colors, because that way, so I'll show you instead of telling you over here. This row right here, the one with the half double crochet, uses way less yarn than the row with the clusters. So when we use 4 colors, we're always gonna have the this color to be the half double crochet. So we don't want that. So we want to have one row that this one will have the half double crochet, and then another row where this one's gonna have the clusters. So that way we use equal amount of yarn for all the colors. So that's why 3 colors, 5, 7, you get it. An odd number of colors is the best. What else about this pattern? So like I said, I think the Riverbed is really popular, and all my stats have proven that it's very popular. So I wanted to create something similar but with a different stitch and different color combination, so you guys have another option for that. And I love it so much. Once I find a stitch and then I make a swatch, I almost instantly know if it's gonna be good or not. And some patterns I make and I'm like, you know, it's good. I have to put out a pattern and I like it, but I know it's not gonna be like, you know, this thing that everyone's gonna love and make. But when I make something and I just post, the moment I post like a picture or something, I just know it's gonna do good. And then the response that I get from you guys confirms that. So that's what's happening with this blanket already. And I am so excited because it's just, again, so addicting. I don't know. you get addicted to making this pattern, like this blanket. And you can be 100% sure that I'm gonna have a cardigan made with this stitch combination. Maybe not 5 colors, probably 3, so that it's like less colorful. But why not 5 colors? Like, I feel like this is gonna look so good on a cardigan. Also, I am planning on making a stocking with this yarn. I mean, not with this yarn, with this, well, yeah, with this yarn, but with this same pattern. So I'm excited for that. I just need the time to do it. But I think that because I have all these deadlines that are coming up, I'm working like really hard and really fast to do all of that. So I'm gonna be able to do the stockings and the cardigan, and I'm gonna have it in kid sizes as well and adult sizes, and it's gonna be nice and baggy like the Riverbed cardigan. Maybe not as baggy as that one, I wanna say. But what else? Like, if you have an idea of what else would you like to see with this stitch pattern, let me know, because I am open to make pretty much anything you guys want with this stitch combination. Maybe a, what's it called? A blanket scarf, like a really long scarf. I think it would be really good. I also think it would look really nice with just one color. Like, if you want to do something more neutral, one color would look really nice. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. So let's continue crocheting this blanket a little bit and see how far we can go today. And now I need to go pick up my baby at school, so let's go do that. I look like a crazy lady wearing a jacket, but it's like 10 degrees outside and I don't feel like being cold.
I think too much. I wake up tired and terrified. Started feeling weak. You cry.
Afternoon, everyone. It is the next day. Today I have a couple of things to do that are not related to my blanket, but I also want to show you the other projects that I am working on that I need to finish in these next couple of weeks. So today I need to make 3 hats, possibly 4. So my son's school, they won a crazy hat day for tomorrow. So I need to make a crazy hat for him. It's been a little bit chilly and it's gonna be chilly tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna make him one of those hats that have the flaps and usually have like funny, I don't know, faces or whatever on the hat. So I found this one from Repeat Crafter Me that I think it's funny enough. I don't know if it's like crazy, and it's also toque, like we call it here in Canada. It's a toque and not really like a hat, like a hat, you know what I mean, like a crazy hat. I don't know. I could possibly go to the dollar store and find one because Halloween is coming, but you know, why would I make my life so easy and go to the dollar store and buy a hat when I can make it myself, right? So I'm gonna do that, and I also have 2 orders of bonnets that I need to work, that I have those orders for a couple of weeks now, and I feel so bad, but I have been just so busy that I haven't had the chance to make it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now that I'm standing though, I want to show you how big my blanket's getting, because I am so happy and I feel like I need to finish it ASAP. So I'm getting there. I feel like in these couple of days I'm gonna finish it, because it's getting to a good length. So this is This is a blanket. Again, I feel like I have maybe just a little bit more to go. It's gonna be more like a lap blanket. I was planning on making these as a toddler or kid size blanket, or baby size actually, to make my life easier and make it smaller, but I always miscalculate. Even though I do my swatches and all of that, I always end up making it bigger than what I initially planned. Or I guess it's because whenever I'm measuring something, I don't quite understand measurements unless I'm seeing it. I'm not one of those people that it's like 10 inches. Oh, okay, 10 inches is like this. Like, I just cannot do that. I need to visually see it. So when I say, oh, I'm gonna make it, I don't know, like 42 inches, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it 42 inches. Or when I see the chart to see the size, like a stroller or kid size, it's, for example, 42 inches. I'm like, okay, that sounds good to me. I start making the swatch and I do everything. And then because I don't actually get my measuring tape to see how big 42 inches is, then I just end up making it bigger than what I originally planned. Anyways, all that to say is that it was intended to be a kid's or baby size, but it's pretty wide, so I think I'm gonna make it just like a lap blanket, which is even better. So yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment for that. And then I think I left that bag upstairs. So I'm also working on an infinity scarf. That's the second project that I have for early November. Also that has a hat, and I'm also working on a little pouch. All of those things need to be done within the next couple of weeks. And I'm booking the studio that I usually take some of my pictures for next week. So all of those projects needs to be done by next week so I can go and take the pictures. So yeah, it's gonna be a very busy week and weekend, to say the least. I also have this basket in here with my hexagons that I'm also needing to work on and finish. I don't have that many to make a full-size blanket, but I need to continue working on that because I know that that's also gonna be a really fun blanket. So yeah, now I need to choose what yarn I'm gonna use. I feel like I'm gonna use the old either the yarn from Joanne that I got last year or from Premiere. This is the yarn that I got from Premiere, those right there. So I feel like I could use those to make him that hat. I'm not gonna use that much yarn, obviously, so I think I'm gonna do that. I could also wait for him to come and tell me which hat he wants, because realistically and honestly, that hat, it's gonna be very quickly to make. I'm probably gonna make it in like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So I could wait for him and give him a couple of options and see which one he wants. And I can start with the bonnets right now. So I think I'm gonna do that because he's gonna be done school in like an hour. So I'm gonna start with the bonnets. That's a really good idea. But I'm gonna pull out a couple ideas to see which one he wants to use, or he wants me to make him for tomorrow. But anyways, the bonnet that I need to make, one is with this very pretty yarn. This one is Lion Brand Wool Ease Thick and Quick, and this one is in the color City Lights. Again, I've been needing to make this bonnet for so long, and I'm finally gonna do it so I can message the customers and tell them like, hey, your bonnet's ready. I don't usually do this too much. I don't have them listed in my Etsy shop or in my shop, which is something that I have been missing actually, to work on custom orders, until I do that and I get really overwhelmed with all the custom orders and then I want to stop. Okay, but then the next is with merino wool, which is the Malabrigo Rasta. You gotta understand, I'm Spanish. I need to say it the way it is. Even though I have probably said it with an English accent before, Malabrigo, I'm Spanish. I need to say how the word is. Anyways, I don't quite remember the color. Okay, I found it. It's this one. So let's cake it and get ready to crochet the Costa bonnet. Sometimes whenever I'm crocheting like this, I feel like it's the perfect opportunity to listen to an audiobook. I have never done that. I've only read books. But I feel like it would be so good and interesting to start listening to audiobooks. If that's something you do, can you tell me where do you listen to your audiobooks? Because when I'm knitting, I can watch a show because I don't need to look at what I'm knitting. I can usually just, watch, and I don't need to pay too much attention, especially when it's hats and things that I'm very much used to making. But when it's crochet, it's not the same. So I think this could be a really good opportunity to start listening to audiobooks. I just need to know what platform is a good one. I also like to watch cozy knitting, crochet, or sewing vlogs when I'm doing this, especially because not all the time, like I said, I don't have to be looking at the screen all the time, and it's just something that I can just listen in the background and just, it kind of makes me company, and I like watching other people's vlog. That's something that I enjoy a lot. That's why I also really enjoy making these vlogs for you guys. I think it's cozy, I think it's nice, and yeah, I just want to know if you guys know where to watch or listen to audiobooks. I listen to podcasts sometimes. I am not very good and consistent at listening to my podcasts, but I do follow a few people that are not knitting, crochet, or any craft related. It's just like a lifestyle podcasts, and they're fun and interesting and just not, like I said, very consistent. But I would really like to listen to a book. So yeah, I'm currently working on my first bonnet. I have a few more rows to go. Had to grab another ball because I am this close of finishing and I need more yarn. I switched crochet hooks, crochet sizes, because whenever I feel like I'm crocheting too loose, I need to go down a hook size. So I went to a 9, the pattern uses a 10, and it's getting better. Like sometimes I feel like I'm crocheting loose, and I know that's not how it's supposed to be, but that's just the way I'm just crocheting that day. So this is much better, and it gives me the gauge. Here's how the pattern is looking so far. I have one tied down. I'm doing the neckline, and I have literally this much of the neckline, another tie, and I'm done, which is so odd. I don't know if it's because I was crocheting loose or not, but I need to make sure that I have the proper yarn. So for the luxury super bulky, the size that I'm making is 156 grams. Let me just confirm that. Okay, so I was crocheting way loose because my pattern says that I need 62 meters to complete this size, and the scale, the hank comes with 82 meters. So I was definitely crocheting loose at the beginning, and right when I switched, it's when it started getting good, and I have these left. So I am not going to undo the whole thing, and it's not crazy loose, but I will add this new to finish. Okay, so I totally messed that up. I was making the wrong size, the wrong yarn size, and yeah, that's why I didn't have enough yarn, because I know that I calculated everything correctly. So I was using the pattern for the bulky yarn, not the luxury super bulky. So that's anyways, I think I'm gonna make another one and leave this one for my daughter. I don't know. I'm currently working on the second bonnet. This one I am sure to be following the correct yarn and the correct size, and like I showed you before, in this very nice like navy blue with speckled colors. It's very cute. So I am halfway there, I would say. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this, and later tonight I will see if I fix this one. I mean, not fix, if I make another one. I'm gonna get my daughter to try it on. She's 3, and this pattern is for a 2-year-old. This bonnet, it's for a 2-year-old. So we'll see. If it's too big on my daughter, that she's 3, then it's probably gonna be too big for this customer's daughter. So we'll see. I got all the colors ready to make the hat that Luca picked. This one, it's supposed to be more like a vibrant blue. This is very light, I know. But I don't think I have any other like vibrant blue. I mean, I do have some, but those are cotton, so it's not gonna go well. That one has speckles, which could work, I guess. It wouldn't be bad, but I think I might have one over here actually. I have this one, which I feel like it could work better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this one instead of this one right here. And I also need a black yarn to make the center of the eye. Okay, I'll just use my trusty Wool East that I have in pretty much all the colors. No, that's not true. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I wanted to use the Wool East yarn because I do have some of the colors, but I don't know. I don't have time to wash it and dry it, and that's when the softness of this yarn comes out. This yarn, it is soft, but it's not soft right off the bat. So after you wash it and dry it, it's incredible, but I don't have time to do that with this hat. So that's why I'm gonna use acrylic, because this is just a safe option. And I have all the colors ready to make his hat. Morning. It is the next day. Yes, I have the same sweater. That's just, you know, mom life. Did I stay up until almost 1 a.m. making the other hat. Yes, I did. Did I also underestimate how long it was gonna take me? Of course I did. So the problem is with those hats is that it was worsted weight, right? And it didn't take me crazy long, but I definitely underestimated the time because I am so used to making hats with super bulky weight yarn, and I know they take me like 35 minutes, 40 minutes max. That this one, I was like, okay, it's a kid size, like it's gonna be really quick. Little big detail, it was worsted weight, so yeah. So yeah, that's how it went. So there's a few pictures in here of them wearing their hats. They were so happy. That's why I couldn't film like any clips of the hat. I might show you guys later when Luca comes home from school how they look like. Although I need to edit this vlog now. But the bonnets. I attached the pumps this morning. And this is how they look like. I think they are so cute. There's nothing cuter than a bonnet with 2 pumps. Like, it's just adorable. So this one's done. And this one is also done. This one has like a pink pom-pom. I don't know if you can tell really well in the camera that it's pink because it's got like some white undertones, but it's nice and pink. And yeah, it's ready for customers to come pick them up. And what else? So today I have quite a few things to do. I need to start writing up the pattern for the infinity scarf that I was talking about, that I don't know where it is. I know it's in my other quilted bag. I just don't know where that bag is. Give me a sec. I found it. So this is the infinity scarf that I am working on. So this one is done. And it's so nice and textured. Let me show you. This one's got a great texture. I'm so excited. I need to go take pictures of this. It's gonna be a tutorial here on my channel. And it's just really nice. I really like it. It's perfect. It's not too bulky, but it's not small. I feel like it would be comfortable with a jacket, you know, because some infinity scarf are really big and bulky, so you have to put them like over your jacket. This one could be in, which I really like. I made it in this nice green. This is Wool Ease Thick and Quick in the color Cilantro. I already know all the names. So yeah, this one is a pattern that's coming early November. I think the 13th, probably. I'm not sure, but I think, is that early November or that's mid-November? I think that's mid-November. Anyways, that's this pattern. And I'm also doing the same version, but in a neck warmer. So this is what I have so far. So I want this neck warmer to like be, you know, taller, and then you can fold it and be nice and cozy if you don't like the folding over. So it's gonna have 2 versions in one pattern because, yeah, I mean, I could do 2 separate patterns, but I'm just gonna put them all together as in like a one pattern kind of thing. And then this is the yarn that I'm using for the pouch that I need to make. And I think I wanna make all of these as like a, not like a bundle, but more like a collection where it's gonna have like the same stitch, and that's why it's gonna have the same name. I'm also planning on making a hat, like a crochet hat with the same stitch, so you can kind of make the same matching thing. So like a matching hat and a matching scarf if you want to do that as a Christmas gift. These ones were really, really quick to make. Again, they use the super bulky yarn. You're using a 10mm hook, so that's just very quick. I love gifting this for Christmas, especially as sets. All my family members here in Canada own something like this, like a scarf, a neck warmer, or a hat. And so for the pouch that I want to make, that it's also going to be available at the same time as these patterns, is I'm using this yarn. So this is Lion Brand 24/7 cotton, and this color, it's very pretty. I don't know if we have it here in Canada. It's called Beach Nut. Beach Nut. I don't even know how you say that. I'm probably not saying it correctly, so I'm gonna leave it in here so you guys can see. Okay, so I hope you can see a little bit better. Here's the name of the yarn. Yeah, I probably did not say that correctly. So for this pouch, because it's worsted weight and it's more on like a thin side of the worsted weight, I would say, I want to do double strand so that way it works up fast and you still have like a nice and sturdy bag rather than using just one strand. And in order to be sturdy, you need to use a smaller hook. So that way it would take much longer to make. So I'm gonna do double strand. And yeah, so I need to get this done. The blanket, the neck warmer, and this pouch needs to be done by next week so I can take my pictures. It's currently Friday. So I need to finish that blanket like ASAP because I know the neck warmer is gonna take me like an hour, so I'm not worried about that. And also the pouch, once I figured out what I want, which I already have everything in mind, it's also gonna be fairly quick to do. I just need to finish the blanket, so let's just do that. And I think I'm going to leave this vlog here. It was a lot of me talking, so I'm so glad that we called it Crochet and Yap, because that's literally what I did this whole vlog. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Expect tutorials within the next few weeks because I am making tutorials for all 4 of these patterns, so there's gonna be a ton of tutorials. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this vlog and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!